Okay, so bear with me here as there's a couple videos because I didn't read the directions properly, and so I uploaded 3 videos. The 2 books I chose were Andy and His Yellow Frisbee by Mary Thompson and Dan and Diesel by Charlotte Hudson. I chose these 2 books because they were about 2 kids who were disabled, and I thought that the characters in Andy and the Yellow Frisbee often stayed calm, and the sister Rosie San played with Andy and always made sure that she was there for him. If anything was to go wrong, she was very protective of him. Her mother and his mother, she explained that he has autism, but she didn't really say a whole lot about it. And then there's this new girl, Sarah, and when she came in, she noticed that Andy was different and that he would always play with his frisbee, but that didn't bother her, and she went and she made friends with him anyways and made him feel like he was equal and like he could be her friend, and that she didn't judge him for anything that he did. I would recommend this book because it shows what it's like to live as an autism child on a day-to-day basis, and that it's not easy for them to make friends, and they're easily upset, and sometimes they just need that safe place, and for Andy it was the Yellow Frisbee. And then the second book that I chose was about, it was called Dan and Diesel. It's by Charlotte Hudson. I chose this book because I read it first before I chose it, and I noticed that while I was reading, it didn't even, like, there was clues if you were older that you would notice that he was blind, but if you were a young kid, you wouldn't notice that till the very end. And I thought that was really good because it showed that Dan was equal and that he wasn't different, and that he just had this pet like any other normal person would have. Diesel makes him look like he's unstoppable and like he's got the world conquered, and which he probably does, but this dog makes it that much better for him. And at the end, when it reveals that he's blind and that he can't live without this dog, it really makes you realize that just because they are different and have a disability, it doesn't mean that you should judge them for what they need, because everyone needs different things. And yeah, I think that it just did a very good depiction of showing that just because he's different doesn't mean you should treat him any different, but just sometimes people who are different have different needs, and that's okay. What else do I need to talk about? Yeah, that's probably about it. I really enjoyed these 2 books. I thought they were fairly simple and easy to follow for young kids, which I think that they need that. They need it to be simpler when they're first learning about it, so I really like that about that. So yeah, those were my 2 books that I chose.